As extremely concerning is how Camilo Gonzalez describes the latest report on paramilitarism, released by the Institute for Peace Studies in the past, of which he is the head. The investigation reveals the presence of at least 14 paramilitary structures in over 330 municipalities across Colombia.
There is a recurring presence of those groups that are reorganizing in many areas of Colombia, and they're taking initiatives to seize further territories in the wake of eventual disarmament of the FARC. They are preparing themselves for the post-conflict by gaining territory. That is the alert we are issuing.
Despite the so-called AUC paramilitary's demobilization carried out between 2003 and 2006 under former President Álvaro Uribe, the report exposes that paramilitarism is still alive and strong, a point on which another report by the Center for Historic Memory coincides.
There is a new generation of paramilitaries much more degraded. There are rearmaments and recidivism. The paramilitary phenomenon has not been overcome, and beyond the armed groups, paramilitarism is embedded in all dynamics of access to power, in political alliances, and in legal and illegal economic muscles.
For analysts, the resurgence of paramilitarism has to do first with the government's failure to recognize that after the demobilization, many of the structures have prevailed, and secondly with its failure to admit that paramilitarism prevails with the connivance of economic and political powers.
They keep features of the former paramilitaries, such as their infiltration in politics, state institutions, and military forces. In general, nowadays, paramilitary maintains the same modus operandi. It is just that currently, their focal point is the economic businesses.
The researchers agreed that the peace negotiations, particularly the issue of a definitive ceasefire and the FARC disarmament, must include the government's commitment to tackle paramilitarism, not only in its armed structure, but in its political and economic ones too. Natalia Margarita, Telesur, Bogotá.